Barbosa of Brazil, favored in the 800. Next, the men's 800 meters, and what a field assembled for this event, including Peter Elliott of Great Britain, the silver medalist at the 1987 World Championships, Paul Ehring of Kenya, who won the gold medal at Seoul in 1988, Jose Luis Barbosa from Brazil, he's won most of the races at this distance this year, Billy Concella, the 1987 World Champion, and American record holder Johnny Gray, who won this event in Zurich back in 1988. So, Craig, it's a field of obvious quality, but one of quantity as well.
Tom, I'm worried they put together what is probably the best 800-meter field of all time, and yet by putting so many people in the race, they've endangered it. I think it's kind of like a car race where everybody's going to want to get off the line quickly, and we could have an accident in the early going.
But Barbosa likes this track. He ran his personal best here back in 1988. Tough competition tonight, though. Paul Ehring in the field, the 1988 Olympic champion. He feels he's ready for a good race tonight. And Peter Elliott of Great Britain, who was the silver medalist in the 800 at the 87 World Championships. U.S. champion Mark Everett not in the field, but representing the U.S., George Kirsch, who was runner-up at the U.S. Nationals in the 800 meters. 11 runners in the race, and you see there lane 7. 2 runners in the same lane.
Barbosa says he has the answer for that. He wants a quick, early pace. He told us, hey, if they don't like the heat, the other guys can get out of the kitchen. I'm going out hard.
Well, as is the case in most of these invitational meets, there is a rabbit, a pace setter in the field, in there just to assure a fast pace, and it's Peter Stubbs of Australia in the yellow and green, who is the rabbit and moves out to take the lead, with George Kirsch of the U.S. second and Jose Luis Barbosa in third.
But you could see Stubbs had trouble even getting to the lead. Everyone was going so quickly in the beginning. Took him a while to get by people. But there, the man in white, Jose Luis Barbosa, they call him Zequinha down in Brazil. Of course, everybody down in Brazil seems to have a nickname. His childhood idol was Pele.
And at the end of the first 400 meters, Peter Stubbs, the rabbit, still has the lead, with George Kirsch of the U.S. second and Barbosa from Brazil in third.
Bunch of Kenyans following Barbosa, but this is the toughest part of an 800. Pushing the third 200 up to the 600-meter point. Anyone can try to sprint to the finish, but to push yourself here when you don't know what you'll have left is really tough. Kirsch is doing a great job.
The rabbit is done, and it's Kirsch in front. Barbosa is second, with Cabet in third and Ehring now fourth as they approach the top of the home stretch.
Whoa, watch out for Ehring. This is just where he was in the Olympic Games and then sprinted to victory. But Barbosa has been strong in the home stretch this year.
Barbosa passes Kirsch to take the lead, and they're in the home stretch. Barbosa in front. There's Ehring moving up. Kirsch trying to hang on with Cabet. Coming for the finish, it'll be Jose Luis Barbosa, the winner, tight for second, third, and fourth.
This is going to be a great event at the World Championships because all of these guys are so closely bunched. Today was Jose Luis Barbosa's day, but when they go to the World Championships where they have to run 4 rounds, it's really going to be a different kind of race. He deserves the smile, though, in this one. And the big difference is, in the past, when he would come to the home stretch, he didn't have the turnover, the big kick like the other guys. He'd have that fast early run and then sometimes fade in the home stretch. Here, he's the one that really stretches out well. Ehring there, number 10, just doesn't have the finish that he had back in 1988 when he won the Olympics, or in 89 when he won the World Indoor Championships. Interesting run there for the man in the orange shorts, Peter Elliott. He's going to run the 1,500 meters in Tokyo. This is a good tune-up for him.
Jose Luis Barbosa has been consistent this year. He has won most of the races at this 800-meter distance. And they have posted the time, 1 minute 43.75 for Barbosa. That's the best in the world in 1991.
Is Vladimir Graudin of the Soviet Union, Faouz Labi of Morocco, Rob Druppers of the Netherlands, and he will be the favorite. Druppers will be the favorite. He is in lane 3. Stanley Redwine of the United States in lane 4. And Stanley could take a run at him. We'll have to see how he runs. Babacar Niang of Senegal is in 5. Giordani Quizera is in 6. Jose Luis Barbosa is in 7. And Slobodan Popovic of Yugoslavia is in lane 8. Frank Shorter, 4 laps.
This oversized track indoors really lends itself to races like the 800 meters because there really isn't a premium for being in front in these kind of races anymore. You can lay back and you can kick. You can let someone else take the lead.
that is Giordano Quizera taking the early lead as he sets the pace. 19 years of age. He attends high school in Cottage Grove, Minnesota. He's from Burundi.
And Stanley Redwine taking the lead, deciding the pace is a little slow.
Meanwhile, Rob Druppers is comfortably in fourth place.
And well situated. He's running very comfortably, and he hasn't had to use any energy to really place himself where he wants to be. Barbosa in second place from Brazil, very good runner, but right now Druppers is right where he wants to be, and Redwine really shouldn't be running out in front at this point. 52.71 at 400 meters. Good pace, but not exceptionally fast, so it does favor the kicker, a strong finisher.
Stanley Redwine leads. Jose Luis Barbosa is running second. Quizera is third. Druppers is fourth. And then for the Soviet Union, Graudin is running fifth, followed by Lobby. And now we're in the bell lap. And Redwine continues to hold the lead.
And Druppers better go by pretty soon, because there goes Redwine and Barbosa, and Druppers is not on them yet.
It is Redwine and Barbosa. And Lobby trying to challenge from the inside. It is Barbosa taking the lead. And Barbosa wins it, but coming up from the outside, coming from back in the pack from the Soviet Union, is Vladimir Graudin for second place. Are you surprised by this turn of events?
You win races with your tactics, the way Barbosa did, right on Redwine's shoulder. He was going to wait around the turn, slingshot off the turn. You actually can run downhill off these turns. And look at Druppers running like an amateur, I use the word lightly, in the back, getting thrown back. Redwine standing still on the straightaway, and Barbosa running a perfectly run tactical race.
And we'll be back with more of the World Indoor Championships from the Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis in just a moment.